Hi crypto fans, welcome to CCS Cryptocurrency State. My name is Santiago and in today's video we are going to cover the Eclipse project, the Eclipse Protocol. I'm sorry to tell you guys, but I'm going to show you why I think Eclipse is dead and this time it's for good. I don't see how they are going to come back after everything that happens. We have all the testimonies from the previous CEO because 65% of the members of Eclipse have been laid off. We also have the message from Alucard, one of the big figures on all this, I would say, scam project at this point, how they took funds from the community and more stuff regarding the Eclipse protocol and how badly they manage it all. Now, first of all, we have the official announcement from Eclipse, and Eclipse Labs announced team and leadership changes to align with the new direction post-TGE event. Over the past month, we have been exploring opportunities for application development on the network. Going forward, they are going to build a breakout application on top of Eclipse Layer 2 infrastructure with more details to come. As part of this transition, Sydney, you know that this was one of those characters on all AMMs with Alucard and others, will assume the role of CEO following the voluntary departure of OX Liquidity. This was the previous CEO until this time on Eclipse. Not a very controversial character because he wasn't too public. It was mostly everything through Alucard. So this is to align resources with our update strategy. We have reduced our workforce by 65%. This difficult decision was made to give Eclipse the flexibility needed to execute on its next chapter. So you can see here, very important points here, new CEO, and they reduced the workforce like 65%, guys. This is really an event that only happens once in a company lifespan. And what I think is worth of everything is that this just happened after TGE event. I mean, after 1 month, we are having the voluntary departure of the CEO with a new CEO, and 65% of the people is gone. Now, after this, the previous CEO did their statement. Not very important here. It didn't mention that he was fired or anything, and just give it good wishes for the rest of the community, the rest of the team to build the product and everything. But at the end just gives that he's not fully vested and haven't sold any ES token. All my vested holdings are subject to a 3-year post-TGE unlock schedule in place for entire team and investors. So just say, I think he just said this to protect themselves from some FUD after this announcement. The comments are positive for this CEO. I don't have too much to say, only that he wasn't very present for the community. I was in many AMMs of this project, and even he appeared 1 or 2 on those calls. Really wasn't a CEO that represents the community. That figure in this project was Alucard. And we had his controversial message after the announcement of Eclipse 2, and he started very strong saying, yes, I was also let go. I think he mentioned also, this clarifies a little bit, that probably the CEO was not voluntary going out, probably was fired. And I will no longer continue as community lead for Eclipse. For that the news are out, let me share the answers of some common frequently asked questions. Did I decide the ASC TGE event allocation? No, this was not my decision. I was against this amount and fought back internally. I would put these links, of course. I don't want to go in everything, but he's basically leading all the responsibility to the rest of the team. He's not taking any part of the responsibility on how he managed the NFT collection, how he communicates to the community. I was mentioned many times in my private Discord that I felt this guy was creating a cult in the Discord community with the OG people that of course sold all their tokens and leave the community. There is not an apology on this message, all the blame is from the rest of the team. He mentions here the new CEO, Sydney, was the one who decided the airdrop allocation for TGE event, including the NFT allocation of 330 ES. This was one of the worst events on the airdrop, because the airdrop itself, it was not so flooded. What happened was related to the NFT collection. And we knew that some of those funds were moved into a personal account from Alucard. So that is not explained here either. He explains a little bit about the NFT collection, and he puts the question if Eclipse is going to build any utility for this NFT collection on the upcoming products. That it will depend of the new CEO. What about Shem, which is something desperate that they launched it after. This is also related to Bits. And guys, all this is dumping like crazy. If you check here, Bits went from $96 to 58 cents. I was wrecked on this, to be honest. I was speculating a little bit of pump after the TGE event, but after everything that happened, you can see 99.8% down from all-time high. There's no way back for these guys. Nobody is anymore following Bits price and Bits product right now. There's no miners getting into these Bits anymore, guys. This is really dead. The same for the Eclipse token at 15 cents. Actually, it could be much worse, but you can see continuing going down in price. 66.8% down from the launch price all-time high. Initially it was at position 800 something. Right now it's at 1200. So it's continue going down. All the ecosystem is going down. And after the TGE event, 1 month after, you can see that they are reforming internally the team, CEO, and Alucard again just didn't take any part of the responsibility here. In the comments, you can see a lot of FUD for this guy. Again, he's not taking any responsibility, and I think that is really dangerous. So I would recommend you to stay away of that guy in any other project if he start to participate in another communities. And finally, we have here the message from the new CEO. Again, very polite. I think that Eclipse is now trying to build one important application about Eclipse network, because all the applications that they have are really shitty. A couple of games and something that is not going to go anywhere. And if you check, Eclipse TVL is 14 million, so really low. The first two is Orc and Save, which are multi-chains, not only there, so you can see. We have Astral, Umbra, Invariant with 1 million, guys. It's really small. Only 11 projects here on this ecosystem. And we cannot blame only the TGE event and the airdrop, because if you check, the TVL has been going down since February of 2025. The airdrop was 1 month ago, something like that. So you can see the TVL is really going out day by day from the Eclipse ecosystem. And at this point, I don't see any way they have a chance to return here. Projects that kind of launched fairly without too much FUD right now on crypto and layers 2 are doing it really bad. So what can you expect of a project with a ton of FUD, with a ton of internal restructure right now, with a new CEO just after TGE event? So it's the worst moment to do a move like this. And again, I think I am doing this video not only to tell you that be careful about Alucard and these people in another project, but also, besides I was wrecked on some of these tokens, my allocation for the ES token, it wasn't bad, and gladly I sold everything as soon as I got the tokens, so I am okay on that. But just to take some learnings from this project. First is that usually you need to sell your airdrop allocation. I think if we are in a bear market, we have more chances to hold the tokens instead of selling and maybe put it in some kind of a stake. But right now in this bull run, all these projects, all the new launch, and you can see the same with METIS and all the other projects, really dump the tokens on TGE event. So there's no great statistics for you if you hold your tokens. Of course, there's a couple of exceptions, but it could be 2 or 3 projects over 2025 versus maybe 20 projects or 30 projects that launched the airdrop right now. So overall, I keep recommending you to sell 80-90% of your tokens when you get your airdrop. And guys, Invariant checker is live, but again, I don't see how this token is going to do it well. I think everyone is going to sell. You can see only 1 million in TVL this time. These tokens are not going to be valuable. And you can see my comment in their announcement. I wasn't eligible even if I was in the top 300. The same for another users. Even in the top 100 didn't get the airdrop, but a couple of users got the airdrop allocation. Others, even if they got the pre-sale allocation, they didn't get anything for the airdrop allocation. So really unfair for Invariant, and I am expecting the same that happened with Astral, Umbra, and the other couple airdrops that we have in the ecosystem. I don't think they have really liquidity to do a good airdrop, and these tokens are going to dump very quickly. But if you participate, go here to claims that Invariant app, check your allocation. The claiming is going to be very soon. Guys, and that is all for this video. Just wanted to give you the close to this project, this protocol. I'm not going to cover it anymore probably in my YouTube channel. So at this point, like I mentioned, there are many reasons why I think Eclipse is dead, and this time is for good. Let's try to learn something and how we manage it, our expectations on these kind of projects and airdrop, because right now we need to be super focused on the important protocols, and even there, like mitosis, this could fail. Right now we are waiting for Linea, that probably is going to be in September, and hopefully that pay out, because we are changing our focuses. If you are in my private Discord, we are trying to do some EL farming and another things, because the airdrop niche is going to be more and more difficult right now until something changes on the way that projects launch their airdrop. If you want more alpha, don't forget to check my private Discord. The prices are really cheap. We also have an airdrop application to apply to all my airdrops and your custom airdrops. We have merchandising and our NFT passive income collection that you can check in the description. That will be all, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.